I left the coffee.
Oh, you left the coffee cup. Oh my gosh. Good morning, everybody. Paul Romero here with the Swissquote Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 144 on this beautiful, very interesting Freedom Friday morning. I don't know about where you're at, but oh my gosh, it pounded rain this morning at about 5 a.m. Why do I look crooked? Something Something's really strange with Google this morning. I don't know why, but I don't have my, maybe that's it. Sorry. I don't have my lower third up today. It won't pop up for me. I don't know what's going on with that, which is kind of a bummer because I really like having the Freedom Friday one up there on Friday. But anyway, with that said, this is Freedom Friday, and we also call it Facebook Friday. And I said on Wednesday that we were going to get back into Facebook, but we're going to exercise our right to Freedom Friday today because, quite frankly, I'm not prepared. I didn't get a chance to get caught up with the video presentations and the last couple of Hangouts that we had done for the Facebook Friday. So, excuse me. I was eating a cracker earlier, and I think a little piece just went the wrong way.
Well, let me take over here while Paul coughs that out. Oh, well, happy everybody. This is Freedom Friday, as Paul said, and I guess we're not prepared to talk about Facebook. I don't know what else Paul had in mind, but I'm kind of excited we're not talking about Facebook today, Paul, because we're exercising our right to Freedom Friday, as you said. And also, I would really like to talk about your new kind of groovy session idea.
Well, that's what I was going to refer back to since I didn't have any other material prepared here. Yeah, but I do want to say that next Friday, in the next session, that I will take the time to review what we've gone over and pick up in the video presentation for the very first video, which we've already done 2 or 3 Hangouts, and we're not even, I don't know, maybe we're halfway through that video because there's just so much information. And with that, I just want to kind of throw something out there that, in this world today, it's so it's groovy, groovy that we have this box thing here, this internet, and there's just so much information available in the world today. It's insane, and it's a great thing, but it can also be a really bad thing for a lot of people because there's a phrase that is used a lot in the real estate investing world by the product makers, the gurus, whatever you want to call them, that talk about trying to get people involved into wholesale real estate or real estate investing, whatever. And there's a term that they use called paralysis of analysis. And because in real estate, there's a lot of information that a person could know, but quite frankly, no one person. It's freaking impossible for one person to know everything. And the same thing goes with the internet here, as far as it's impossible for any one person to know everything. I was listening to Napoleon Hill last night, and he was talking because he's back from way back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and all of that. And in his program, he's talking about the 3 types of people that are required to build a business. He's talking about you need buyers, you need salesmen, and you need financiers and finance people who work on the money, people who are getting the products, and the people who are selling the products in order to make a successful business. Well, the world has definitely changed since then, and especially since the crash. And I was kind of thinking about that that was like the last thing I heard before I went to sleep. And in reality, today, it still takes 3 types of people to create a powerful business, organization, whatever. But today, it's more like you need an innovator, you need a creator, and you need a marketer. Because, you know, with those three theses, you need somebody who can think up the ideas, who can come up with the concepts. And then you need somebody who can sort of put that all together. And then you need somebody who can put it all out there to the world so that it can all come to fruition and actually, you know, make money in this world. And the thing is, like I said, it's impossible for one person to know everything there is to know about all three of those things. And that's where I kind of got into thinking about the internet and all this information, is because, yeah, no way one person can know all those things. So you really do kind of need three pieces of the puzzle to create a successful anything in this world. And you just cannot rely on your own self to be able to know all of that. It's impossible. And even those three people probably need, you know, specialized people under each one of those categories to really be able to successfully culminate this whole thing into, you know, what your vision and your dream is, except for maybe the innovator. You know, I mean, obviously, if you're the innovator, you're the one coming up with the ideas. But even with that, you still need to be surrounded with some other people who all have the same vision, who all have the same goals in mind and whatnot, so that you can get together with those people and mastermind, so that the vision and the ideas that you come up with can be worked and built upon by the thoughts processes of other people. And that's the way that it you know, things become successful in this world today. And I just wanted to throw that out there real quick before we got into the session here, John.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, I can't believe I just said all those words in one jumbled up sentence right there. You know what? That's a good point that Paul makes there. It takes kind of you can't do it on your own, pretty much, is basically I get out of what you just said. You need a team. You need the innovator, the idea guy. You need the guy that can take the ideas and promote the ideas through marketing. You need people to finance the ideas. You need people to sell the ideas. And then within each one of those categories, it breaks down even further. What I kind of take out of that is that when you're involved with a network marketing organization, it's exactly that. It's network marketing. It's going out and meeting people that have different types of skills that you can bring into your organization that can really help you to grow it and to grow it large. And one of the great things, too, about getting involved with a network marketing company, and the reason I bring this up, Paul, is because I kind of want to relate what you said to like what we're doing here. And that's a lot of this creative, innovative ideas, a lot of the marketing, promotion, and the financing and the operations, they're all kind of, well, they're not kind of, they're all already set up and in place. And when you come into a network marketing organization, if it's a good one, you're plugging into a pre-existing system with a pre-existing product, with the operations, the accounting, the marketing, the innovation, all of that stuff covered for you. So you could just basically focus on the sales side or the prospecting side, the sharing side of the business, and not worry about all that other stuff. And you always hear that phrase, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. And that's so true. And here is an opportunity to get involved with a business, and you only have to master one thing, and that's presenting, sharing the business. And then from there, you have your teachers and trainers in your upline above you to get you through to the next steps. You're joining a team. And that's kind of how I relate what you were just saying there, Paul, to what Swiss Gold Global is all about.
I knew you would finish that off exactly where I had intended it to go. Yeah, because in reality, I mean, if you look at the three pieces, the innovator, the creator, and the marketer, right? The innovator, well, that's Bill Rao. He's the one who innovated this whole Swiss Gold Global idea and thing, and he's the one that's coming up with the new ideas. He's the one that has the mastermind, putting it all together and thinking about, you know, how can we make this better day by day by day. That's his portion of the business. The creator, quite honestly, I don't know who the heck the creators are, but somebody put this whole thing together for Bill. I guarantee you, Bill didn't put a lot of this stuff together. He put the ideas and the thoughts together. But somebody else, maybe that's TV, I don't know, but somebody put all this other stuff together that is out there. And then the marketer, guess what? That's you. You're the marketer. You're the one that has to go out there and share this with other people. And that's the only piece you got to do. Now, the interesting thing about that, though, is you can you yourself, I mean, this is a business of your own, and you yourself can be a little bit of an innovator and a little bit of a creator on your own, because there's nothing to say that you have to do exactly what's provided to you. You can put your own twist on everything. You can come up with new little ideas, how things work best for you. You have freedom to do all of that sort of thing. So there you go. The innovator, the creator, and here we are, network marketing. We're the marketers. We're just the one piece of the trifecta that it takes to build something successful and huge and profitable. And that's you being the marketer piece.
Yes, absolutely. So with that being said, Paul, you mentioned something about talking about what to do or what your plan for each session is. And I'm very excited to kind of see if we can get through a little bit of that, because, I mean, what better way to spend Freedom Friday than to talk about things that can actually give you more freedom in your life? And I think having a routine or a plan, although it sounds, when you hear the word routine, plan, it's like, oh, well, how is that freedom? How is that repetition? Well, how is going through a haphazard, unplanned, unguided, misdirected life, how does that provide you freedom? Well, it doesn't. You've got to have some direction so that you can put pieces into place in your life so that you can have choices. And that's why I think kind of having systems, not just in your business, but systems for how you manage your health, systems for how you manage your social life, systems for how you manage your business life, systems for how you get up each day and start it properly. I think that's very important to success and to having freedom, is that you go through life. It's not haphazard. It's very directed. You have routines, you have systems in place so that you can actually maximize your time, so you have more time back. Therefore, you can have more time to spend freely on doing the things that you really want to do.
I know we could sit here and talk about the philosophy of that this whole time and never get to the actual thing, but yeah, that's an interesting thing, because most people, like you said, how do you classify freedom? And I will attest 100%. I'm living proof of what you talk about. They're living a haphazard life and turning it around into something that is organized. And now I'm having more freedom after creating some organization in my life than for the first 40 years of it, running around haphazardly thinking I was free, having freedom, when in reality I was trapped and enslaved to the system. And so, I mean, there's definitely a huge difference there, and that's something we could definitely get into on another day. So yeah, first of all, what's he talking about a session? What is a strong session? That's the more clarified version of it. What is a strong session? And what we're talking about here is a grouping of 7 days. That grouping of 7 days that you start fresh 52 times every year. You know what the word is. I ain't going to say it. You can't make me do it. All right. But 52 times a year, we begin a brand new with a moan day. And we've already put this out there a number of times. We start our new strong session with a new op day, because every beginning of every session is a new opportunity day. And we took that a little further and was like, well, wait a second. We're starting a new strong session with a new opportunity day. And what are we working towards? What are we doing? We're working towards a week ending? No, we don't want to work towards a week ending. We want to work towards a climax or a pinnacle or a celebration or something like that. So this is what we're talking about. We are starting a movement here to, I don't know what you want to call this movement. Maybe it's the empowering words movement, but we're getting rid of these debilitating, powerless, weakling words that just take the life out of you. And we're changing whatever we see that does that and putting new words in place. And you want to get on board with that, that's awesome. So we do around here, we start every 52 times a year, we start a new strong session with a new opportunity day. And we go through that session working our way towards a climax. All right. And the first thing that we don't do as well with that is say to someone to start each and every day with a good morning. Well, you know what? I don't know about you, but I don't think there is such a thing as a good morning. If you're in mourning, it's not good, period. So the term I'm using, and you can make up your own for this. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things that you could throw into here, but for me right now, it's going to be good rising, everybody. So there you have it.
I really like that. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to say because I don't feel good day is good enough. I like that. Good rising or happy rising. I think I'm going to go through today and use happy rising. A little twist on what yours is, Paul, but it makes a big difference. And it may sound silly, but I think to people that are attracted to the kind of stuff that Paul and I talk about and what Swiss Go Global has to offer, you're going to get this concept right away. And I think it makes a big difference in your life just to get rid of words that have a negative connotation and really get out there and just always use words that are positive sounding. It transforms you, maybe slowly, but surely it does.
Yeah, exactly. So what is a strong session? How do you break down a strong session? You know, is it just another haphazard group of 7 days? No, there's a formula to a strong session. And this is how it works. You have New Op Day is Organization Day. Tuesday is Creation Day. Wednesday is Preparation Day. Thursday is Implementation Day. Friday and Saturday are Execution Day. And Sunday is Celebration Day. So that's what you get to do for your 7 days of your strong session. How does that break down even further? Let's take it real quick here. We are short on time. New Op Day, Organization Day, because out of organization comes new opportunity. That's where new opportunity comes from, is out of organized information. All right, not haphazardly thrown together information or knowledge. The term of knowledge is power. Not necessarily. It's organized knowledge is power. So that's why every New Op Day, you have to organize. And basically what this is all about is to compile the facts from the previous session. Take all the information that happened in the previous session, compile these facts together, put it all together, make a new plan, organize the filtration of these of this information into certain areas, sort of like your financials, your projects and deals, your operationals and administration, your personals, all of the things that were part of the previous session. Now you want to organize them, categorize them, get rid of the stuff that was taken care of, prioritize the stuff that needs to be done. That's what you want to do on your organization day. And out of that will come new opportunities. Tuesday is Tuesday is Creation Day. And this is the day to be innovative, to be creative, to, functional, operational, wherever your mind takes you. This is the day where you really work on things, not in things. You work on your business, not in your business. This is where you come up with the new ideas. And you might create things like lists, presentations, talks or speeches, new connections, marketing materials, inspiration, a system, an idea, a new process, a new service, new harmony within your workplace or at home or with, management or peers or friends, an idea, maps, charts, letters, a dream, a goal, ideas, a method, new words, a new product, new meal, a plan, an idea. This is the day to be creative and work on your business and think of how to improve things. The secret to this day is really to focus your thinking upon expansion, growth, and creating new things. Then Wednesday is Preparation Day, and you would think with what we've done so far, this is really all about business, but business is actually at the end of this day. This day is primarily focused towards preparation of yourself, preparation of your personal life, all the things that you need to get taken care of in order to have the freedom to really focus upon the business aspect side of it. Because life happens, that's the thing we can't get around. Life is going to happen whether you have a plan or not, and things are going to get thrown into the mix. And maybe on New Op Day, there is something that absolutely has to get taken care of, and you do have to take some time away from your organization process there. But for the most part, if you're preparing on Wednesday, you should be able to get yourself to a point where you can carry through to the next Wednesday to prepare yourself again for another 7 days of a session. And here we're talking about, this, all the things that you need to be accomplished during regular business hours, especially for your personal life, because you can't get stuff done on Saturday and Sunday. It just doesn't work that way. People are, and why do you want to be out in the crowd on Saturday of all those other people that have to do that? So take a Wednesday, take the midday, and work on organizing. After there's just some of my notes here. Work on your banking, your shopping, your laundry, the kids' school stuff, yard work, house cleaning. Hopefully you're paying somebody to do those kinds of things. Haircuts, auto repair, bill paying. Things that you have to take care of for your wife, or maybe your ex-wife or husband, whatever the case is there. A special meeting with a friend, therapy, massage. Whatever you need to get done. This is the day to prepare yourself mentally and operationally and in all these ways, so that the next day, come implementation day on Thursday, you can now really focus on going to work, getting things done, making the money that you need to carry you through life. And on implementation day, this is the day you put your New Op Day organizational stuff, those plans. This is the day you start putting those into action. This might include making phone calls, launching a new site, mailing out letters, initiating a new marketing piece, the production of a new marketing piece, building the system, putting some plans in place, putting some things in place on the building of a new system. Just whatever you had on your organizational New Op Day, this is the day you start putting it in place. And then Friday and Saturday, those are 2 days, execution days. These are the days where you really get into the follow-up and closing deals and making sure that the money's happening for the next session to roll in. And then, of course, Celebration Day is probably one of the biggest, most important days of the whole thing, because this is the day that you take time for yourself, for your family, for your friends, do whatever it is that you want to do. This is the freedom that you're building with this. And the next thing you know, Sunday is going to grow into Saturday, and Saturday is going to grow into Friday, and that sort of thing. And you get more and more freedom. But the most powerful thing about Sunday and the Celebration Day is the fact that you get to have some relaxation, some rejuvenation, clear your mind of all that stuff, forget about it for a day, so that you can come back in on New Op Day with a fresh new mind and get out there and reorganize for your new session. So that's how a strong session works.
That's excellent. And I see, Paul, that we're out of time. So I'm going to just wrap it up by saying that I think that a plan like that executed in your life, kind of blocking out days of the week for certain types of tasks. And when you're an entrepreneur, I think it's really important that you have routines and plans, because as entrepreneurs, we're creative. Our minds are always thinking, and we have to keep our minds focused. We've got to keep our activities and our actions focused and on track, following a plan. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. And myself as an entrepreneur, I can easily kind of derail a little bit, because I don't have someone behind me like a boss or anyone saying, this is what you have to do each day. We've got to be self-starters, self-motivators. And that's why coming on Hangouts like this and talking about that stuff is so important. And I think what Paul laid out there is a really great way to start each session of the year. And there's 52 of them. And yes, we're referring to a word that I don't want to say, which is weak. And we're changing that to a strong session. So with that, unless Paul has anything to add, I'll go ahead and end us the way we always do with O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to come up with brilliant ideas like Paul just shared with us and be really awesome and make a lot of money and have a lot of freedom. And my mind, we're in control, and we can direct it to whatever ends we may desire. So have a great Freedom Friday, a great strong end or a climax, and we'll see you back here on New Op Day at the beginning of the next session.